Hey guys, it's Fonzie here with DipYourCar.com. Now we put a poll up on Facebook and we wanted you guys to decide the next color for the DipYourCar A4. And it was a close one between black with silver metalizer over it and Monster Green, but Monster Green did take the vote. So today we're going to do the DipYourCar A4 in Monster Green. However, a lot of our videos lately have been very quick, really focused on a little bit of the spraying, but the main result is being the main piece of the video. And a couple things have changed, some new techniques and things like that. So we wanted to take a step back and make this video a little bit more of a hybrid, some tutorial as well as the end result, so you guys can obviously see that Monster Green. So we're going to take you step by step through the process, what you get in the DipYourCar Pro Car Kit, a couple of the masking techniques that we've been using lately, and just kind of take you through the process step by step. So this one will be a little bit more thorough, a tutorial and end result video for Monster Green on the DYC A4. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to do is walk you through the items that you get in the Pro Car Kits. And first and foremost, obviously, you're going to get your Rubber Dip S. Now the Rubber Dip S is pre-thinned and completely ready to spray. All you want to do is really mix it up well before you put it into the gun to shoot it. And to help you to mix it up, we do include some mixing sticks in the Pro Car Kit as well. It's a heavily tinted product, and sometimes the tint will settle at the bottom of the gallon. So you definitely want to spend extra time mixing the product up before you load it into the gun. Also, you get blue painter's tape, and this will help you out with some of the masking needs that you may have. You get a microfiber towel. You get your cone filters so that you can strain the dip before it goes into the paint cup. And every single Pro Car Kit also gets a dip washer. This will make it really, really easy for you to wash your dipped car after you're done with it and done with the project. It makes it really easy to care for it. And then obviously every Pro Car Kit does come with the 3500 sprayer. This is the sprayer we've used in-house. All of our customers use it. It makes it very, very easy to spray the dip, get even coverage, and make the project a little bit more manageable. Now, there's a standard Pro Car Kit, and then there's a Pro Car Kit Plus. The Pro Car Kit Plus comes with everything in the standard kit. However, it also comes with a 3M respirator, some tape and drape, and this is basically plastic with some tape attached to it, and we use this when we're masking large areas like large windows, the windshield, or the roof. And then the last thing the Plus kit comes with is a bottle of pre-dip. Now, pre-dip is an all-in-one spray that will clean the car, prepare the surface for bonding with the Plasti Dip. This is basically what we use before we dip wheels, dip cars, anything. We wipe down that area with the pre-dip, and I'll show you that process. So these are all the items that you get in the standard Pro Car Kit, as well as the extra items you get in the Pro Car Kit Plus. Now I'm going to walk you through some of the masking techniques that we've been using lately, and actually washing the car down with the pre-dip as well. Okay guys, now before you dip your car, you obviously want to make sure that it's clean. Now, for most cars, you're going to be able to use just the pre-dip and a microfiber towel to get it prepped, get it clean, and get it ready for bonding with the Plasti Dip product. However, if you have an absolutely filthy car, you've been taking it through the mud, or you haven't washed it in 3 or 4 weeks, it would be a good idea to get an actual car wash before you do your dip project. Now, if you do a full car wash, make sure you do that the day before your dip project, because even if you towel dry it, there's going to be moisture in the cracks of between the panels and in different areas that you can't get to. And if you have moisture in there and you dip your car, the edges can lift when everything starts to dry and cure. So if you need a full car wash, do it the day before. Other than that, what you're going to probably be able to do is utilize the pre-dip and the microfiber towel on the car. Now we do this on all the wheels, all the cars before we dip them. It's specifically designed to prepare the surface for bonding with the dip. So don't spray it directly onto the car, because it could get, again, in between the cracks and stuff, and you're not going to be able to get it all out. So we do the same thing every time. We just spray a generous amount onto the microfiber towel, and then take it panel by panel and just wipe down the entire car. Now on a dark car like this, you're going to be able to see the dirt really well. On a white car or a gray car, stuff like that, make sure you hit all the different areas, because if there's a spot on it that didn't get cleaned and there's some debris or something on there, once you get your first 2 coats on or so, there's no turning back. So take the extra time to make sure it's clean and prepped. Alright guys, now as far as masking goes, if you've been a fan of ours for a while and you've seen some of our old videos, we never used to mask any of the windows or the headlights or the taillights, we would spray right over them and then peel each one of them off in one big piece. And if you've seen our recent videos, you've seen that we actually have been masking off the windows and the taillights. Now the reason for that, we get a lot of YouTube comments asking why we're doing that now. The reason for that is we are dipping a lot more cars for a lot more videos nowadays. And think about this for a sec. If we can save about a half a gallon by not spraying the headlights, taillights, and windows each time we do a dip job for a video, and say we do 2 or 3 videos a week, that's half a gallon 2 or 3 times a week. Over a year, that's a lot of savings. So that's the answer to why you see us starting to mask off some of the headlights, taillights, and windows and things like that. However, if you don't want to go through the masking process and you're not kind of certain on how that works, watch one of our old videos. You can put 3-4 coats on the headlights and taillights and the windows just like you do the rest of the car, and when it's time to do the breakdown, you just peel each one of the panels off and it's good to go. Now here's one note. If you are going to mask off the headlights and the taillights and the windows, you need to know that the dip is going to run off of these areas a lot faster than the actual car. So if you're going to get some overspray on these heavily taped areas, make sure it's very minimal, because if it starts to build up, it's going to run down the tape, and then you're going to have heavy drips that build up along the edges of your headlights and taillights, and that's not what you want when you want a clean looking car. Alright guys, now another thing you're going to see us mask off when we want to save dip is you're going to see us mask off the windows. Now there's one tricky part to masking off the windows, and that's the bottom edge of this bottom window trim here. The reason why is if you go to mask it and you're too high off the edge, you're going to have a really thin layer of Plasti Dip here that's going to be very difficult to remove. And if you overhang the edge a little bit too much, you're basically going to be masking off a little slender area of the body color of the car. That's definitely going to show when you go ahead and you remove all the masking. So if you're going to do this and you're going to go this route, just make sure you take the time to line that edge of the tape perfectly up against the edge of the window trim. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, that's just going to be too close to the body of the car and everything's going to kind of bond together and you're going to ruin it. Well, what the most important thing to do here is you remove the masking tape while your last coat is still wet. Now, in some of our old videos and even before, everyone thought that if you wanted to create lines with Plasti Dip, you would put the masking down, you would remove that masking tape while it's still wet, let it dry, reapply the masking tape, shoot it again, and go through that process. But what we found out, thankfully, is that as long as you can leave it there as long as you want through all the coats, but as long as you remove that masking tape during the last coat while it's still wet, then all the coats underneath it are basically reliquefying when you put more dip on top of it. So if you do 5 coats, finish spraying your 5th coat, and that's your last coat, and while it's still wet, you remove your masking tape there, you're going to have really sharp, perfect lines all the way across. Alright guys, we've got everything masked off that we've chosen to mask off. We've got the car pre-dipped, we got the rubber dip vest loaded up into the 3500. We're going to go ahead and lay down our 2 white base coats and then start putting on the Monster Green. Alright guys, it's day 2 on the Monster Green project, and what we wanted to do is kind of 2 phases with this. We did the Monster Green and that looks really good. However, you've seen matte Monster Green cars before, so we wanted to do something as a top coat. Now we've been working with Plasti Dip to develop the metalizers in gallons, silver and gold to start with, metalizers in gallons. That way you can load them right up into the 3500 with the Pro Car Kit and add either a metalizer top coat to your car or mix the metalizer in a liquid form into your colors so you can have a metal flake in your colors. So we thought this would be a good opportunity to try out and test the metalizer gallon. So we put a poll up on Facebook. We let you guys choose between whether or not you wanted to see a gloss coat on top or a metalizer coat on top, and it was a landslide victory for the silver metalizer. So for the first time ever, we're going to be using a silver metalizer in gallon form as a top coat over the Monster Green.
I got 0 minutes left.
Alright guys, this is the final result. This is Monster Green with our test gallon of silver metalizer over it. Now we only put 1 coat of the silver metalizer. We were totally shocked by how much silver is actually in the metalizer. It's not like a glossifier gallon with a couple of flakes. It is a silver gallon. It looks incredible. The more coats you put on, I bet you can make this car almost a complete full silver. So the Pro Car Kit, the metalizer gallons are not on the website right now. Again, that's just a test product. What we need to do is find out from you guys, is this something that you want to see go live on DipYourCar.com? So make sure you voice your opinion in the comments below. But the Pro Car Kit, the Monster Green, everything else you saw us use is available at DipYourCar.com. Now this is a crazy looking color. We're going to let the camera go around and take a look at it. This isn't going to be for everybody, but those people that want that head turning car or something a little bit unique, this is going to be right up your alley. We're going to keep experimenting. We're going to keep expanding the brand, showing you guys new things. It's Fonzie from Dip Your Car. Really hope you enjoyed the video.